What's up, Falcons Nation? It's your boy Jew coming at you with another Atlanta Falcons video. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up. In today's video, I'd like to talk about Jessie Bates, but if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell so you know when I've done Atlanta Falcons content or NFL content. If you'd like to follow your boy on Twitter and Instagram, you can follow me at Jew Talk Sports. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can donate to my Cash App, which is the $ Jew Talk Sports. And if you'd like to be a part of my Jew Talk Sports membership, you can hit that join tab here on the channel as well. But with that being said, let's jump right into the video. So today's video, I do want to talk about Jessie Bates. And will Jessie Bates win the Defensive Player of the Year this season? Personally, I do think that Jessie Bates has a chance to possibly be the Defensive Player of the Year. Last season, Jessie Bates did have his best season of his career. He had about 132 tackles, 6 interceptions, 3 forced fumbles, and he played really well last season. He made the Pro Bowl for the first time last season, which was his first year last season with our Atlanta Falcons. And Jessie Bates is one of those guys that I think this year that could possibly win the Defensive Player of the Year. I really feel like last year he didn't get as much attention as he deserved for the Defensive Player of the Year, or he didn't receive that consideration because the Atlanta Falcons went 7-9 on the season. I really feel like this season, if the Falcons have a winning season and Jessie Bates puts up similar numbers, I definitely could see Jessie Bates definitely being in the running for Defensive Player of the Year. I really feel like last year he kind of got robbed. He wasn't, considered for that Defensive Player of the Year, but I definitely think that he should have been one of the names that was considered to possibly be the Defensive Player of the Year, even with the Falcons having a down year and missing the playoffs last season. But I really think that this season, if Jessie Bates and this Atlanta Falcons team could have a winning record and possibly be a team in the playoffs, I definitely think that Jessie Bates, his name now is starting to gain that notoriety. He gained traction last year with him putting up those big numbers, with him, playing really, really well last year. Being a guy that was taking the football away, is one of the captains of this Atlanta Falcons defense along with Grady Jarrett. I definitely think that Jessie Bates right now at the age of 26 is in his prime. And he's shown on the biggest stages when he was with the Bengals in the Super Bowl. He had an interception against the LA Rams. And he's just proven last season that he is one of those guys that, to me, is arguably the best safety in the NFL at this point. I think guys like Antoine Winfield Jr. of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers is right there with him. And it's a couple other guys that are big name, good safeties out there. Minkah Fitzpatrick that plays with the Pittsburgh Steelers come to mind. But out of those 3 guys, I really think that Jessie Bates is the best safety currently in the NFL. And he showed us last season why he's an all-pro safety, why he's one of the best players in the NFL. Definitely should be one of those guys that makes the top 100 list this season, and based off of last season, the numbers that he put up. But I definitely could see Jessie Bates possibly, winning that Defensive Player of the Year. Now, he is going to have to put up those big numbers again as far as interceptions and forced fumbles and tackles, because we know for the last couple years, that Defensive Player of the Year has been going to the edge rushers, guys like TJ Watt, guys like Aaron Donald, guys that play in the front 7 that get a lot of big sack totals. So I really feel like if Jessie Bates want to be considered to possibly win the Defensive Player of the Year, he's going to have to put up similar numbers to the way he did last year as far as, the high interception numbers and the takeaways. So with that being said, you guys give me your thoughts on Jessie Bates. Do you believe that Jessie Bates is the best safety in the league? Do you think he has a chance at possibly being the Defensive Player of the Year this upcoming season? I definitely think that he has what it takes to definitely be Defensive Player of the Year. I believe the last defensive back to win Defensive Player of the Year, if I'm not mistaken, was Charles Woodson when he was with the Green Bay Packers in their Super Bowl year. So it's been a really, really long time since a defensive back has won that Defensive Player of the Year. But I definitely think that Jessie Bates is the guy that could possibly break that streak and possibly be the next defensive back or safety to win that Defensive Player of the Year award. But with that being said, I have a lot more content coming for you guys. As always, Falcons Nation, rise up, be blessed. Peace.